Hello, my name is Jingchao Fang. In this presentation, I would like to talk about a tool we built in order to power online learners with socially scaffolded note-taking and note-sharing. In the past decade, online video-based learning has become widely employed by a large population. Compared with traditional in-classroom learning, online learning has many advantages. For example, learners are able to learn at any time and anywhere by watching pre-recorded videos. However, the asynchronism and distance also introduce challenges. Learners' needs of interacting with classmates and exchanging thoughts and ideas with peers can hardly be supported as in traditional classrooms. The feeling of isolation may cause course dissatisfaction and lower retention rate. So, how can we foster a sense of community among online learners and provide learners extra social scaffold for video-based learning? We identified the opportunity of scaffolding note-taking and note-sharing among online learners. First, note-taking is a widely adopted practice, and for many learners, it is naturally embedded in the learning process. Second, notes are external artifacts created by learners and may include learners' thoughts and ideas. Thus, sharing independently created notes among self-paced learners might be a good way to provide social scaffold. However, note-taking remains a challenging task for some learners. For example, taking full notes and watching lecture video at the same time can be distracting and cognitively demanding. Also, reading full notes shared by other learners may be time-consuming and demanding as well. We present NoteCoStruct, a structured social note-taking and note-sharing prototype. In our system, we scaffold learners' note-taking activities with 3 undemanding phases. In each phase, we present peers' learning traces accordingly. Specifically, in the first phase, learners watch the lecture video and they can highlight important parts on the corresponding transcript. Since highlighting is a relatively lightweight task compared to taking full notes, learners may be less distracted from the ongoing video. We visualize and present their peers' highlights by putting a green vertical bar on the left side of each highlighted parts of the transcript, where darker green means highlighted by more learners. In the second phase, we ask learners to comment on each of their highlighted parts one by one. Accordingly, we present comments written by their peers. Since peers' comments are much shorter than their full notes, learners may feel less demanding and more willing to read and digest the content provided by their peers. In the third phase, the system automatically generates preliminary notes based on learners' highlights and comments in Phase 1 and Phase 2. Learners can freely edit the notes to generate full notes. Peers' full notes are also displayed. To sum up, NoteCoStruct scaffolds learners through a structured note-taking process and present rich learning traces left by peers. With a between-subject experiment with 20 participants recruited online, we compared NoteCoStruct with the baseline system. The baseline system is designed to be comparable to common online learning tools, which supports basic note-taking and note-sharing functions. Learners can watch videos and take notes without the 3-phase structure, and peers' full notes are also provided. Participants were asked to complete a survey after they learned with the system provided. Our preliminary data analysis based on survey responses showed that learners using NoteCoStruct perceived lower level of distraction caused by note-taking. Compared with participants in the baseline condition, NoteCoStruct users also perceived a higher level of sense of community and had higher levels of cognitive engagement and emotional engagement. In summary, NoteCoStruct enables one-way asynchronous and indirect interactions with peers through note sharing. Future work can investigate how learners perceive different types of content of learning traces. For example, how do they perceive academic-oriented comments versus affective-oriented comments? For more details, please check out our paper. Thank you for listening.